My laptop's browser history shows activity while I was in a coma. I'd been in a coma for 3 months after a climbing accident. When I finally woke up and recovered enough to go home, the first thing I wanted was normalcy. My laptop, my routine, my life back. But when I opened my browser history, nothing was normal. There were searches I'd never made. How long before someone is declared dead? Can coma patients hear conversations? How to access joint bank accounts without both signatures? The searches started 3 days after my accident and continued weekly. Someone had been using my laptop in my apartment while I was fighting for my life. I checked the timestamps. Every Tuesday at 2 p.m., like clockwork. My sister Heather had been house sitting, watering plants, making sure everything was ready for when I came home. She had my spare key and laptop password for emergencies. But these searches weren't emergencies. I scrolled further. How to contest a will. Power of attorney for unconscious patients. Selling property when owner is incapacitated. Then the browsing got darker. Medical sites about coma recovery rates. Forums about families letting go. Articles about quality of life after traumatic brain injury. My hands shook as I found more. Someone had logged into my email, read correspondence with my lawyer about my will. Heather was my beneficiary. She'd get everything if I died. The house, the investments, the life insurance. There were draft emails, never sent, from my account to my doctors asking about end-of-life options. The wording was all wrong, too formal, not how I wrote, but someone was practicing being me, preparing for something. I called my friend Lucia, the one who'd actually visited me every day in the hospital. Did Heather ever talk about my condition, my chances? Lucia went quiet. She kept asking the doctors about brain damage, whether you'd be yourself if you woke up. It felt weird, like she was hoping for bad news. I hung up and kept investigating. The laptop camera had been activated multiple times. I found the files buried in a hidden folder, videos of someone rehearsing conversations. It was Heather, practicing talking to lawyers, doctors, real estate agents, playing both parts. My sister would want me to have the house. She wouldn't want to live like this. I'm honoring what she would have wanted. She was preparing for my death, or worse, preparing to cause it. The last video was dated 2 days before I woke up. She was on the phone with someone. The doctors say she could be like this for years. I can't wait years. There has to be another way. A man's voice responded. There are ways, untraceable ways, but it costs. How much? She asked. 50,000. I'll have it after everything is settled. I felt nauseous. My own sister was planning to kill me for inheritance money. I found more evidence in her searches. Injection sites that won't show bruising. Drugs that mimic natural death. How do hospitals investigate suspicious deaths? She'd been one payment away from murdering me. The only reason I was alive was because I woke up before she could get the money. I called my lawyer immediately. Changed my will that day. Then I called the police. They said without concrete evidence of attempted murder, there was little they could do. The searches were suspicious but not illegal. Planning wasn't the same as doing. So I confronted her myself. I invited her over for tea, like everything was normal. She hugged me when she arrived, tears in her eyes. I'm so glad you're okay. I was so worried. I pulled up the browser history on my TV screen, watched her face change as she read her own searches. I can explain, she started. Don't, I said. Just watch. I played the videos, her rehearsals, her phone call about untraceable ways. She stood up to leave, but I wasn't done. Sit down or I post this online. Every friend, every family member, everyone will know what you planned. She sat. I wasn't really going to. You were 2 days away from paying someone to kill me. I was desperate. Do you know what it's like being poor while watching your sister have everything? So you tried to murder me? She started crying. Mom always loved you more. You got the scholarships, the career, the house. I got nothing. And when you were lying there, possibly brain dead, I thought finally something would be mine. Get out, I said. And if you ever contact me again, I release everything. She left. I haven't seen her since. But I check my security cameras obsessively now. I changed my locks, my passwords, everything. I hired someone to test my food and drinks for the first 6 months. Paranoid? Maybe. But when your own sister Googles how to kill you, paranoia feels like wisdom. Last week I got a message from an unknown number. I'm sorry, I was sick, I'm getting help. I didn't respond. Some things can't be fixed with therapy. Trust, once broken that completely, can never be restored. I still have the videos, the browser history, everything backed up in multiple places. My new will leaves everything to charity. If I die suspiciously, instructions go to investigators immediately. I survived a coma only to discover the real danger was waiting at home.